Good morning. I hope you guys are enjoying the training that you've done thus far as part of your pre-departure training for your placement overseas. For those of you who haven't met me, my name's Dan Loden. I'm one of two members of EWB staff who work within the curriculum and research team of EWB on the programs that we run throughout coursework at universities. So I've already introduced myself. I'm Dan. The other person in the team is Jeremy Smith. Jeremy's based at ANU in Canberra, and I'm located in Perth. The reason why I'm here today is to present to you about what sort of stuff we do within curriculum and research. So the first thing to explain is that curriculum and research is one of the five areas that EWB works in. What we specifically look to do is embed EWB activities into university coursework so that students can learn about the concepts of development and appropriate technology and get credit for it as part of their university degree. I will now briefly walk through the different initiatives within the curriculum and research team. The first of these programs is the EWB Challenge. The EWB Challenge is a design program for first year students in Australia and New Zealand. What we do is ask these students to come up with solutions to problems identified by EWB's community partners. One example would be the Tonle Sap community in Cambodia, where EWB works with Live and Learn environmental education. The community identified the issue of sanitation, as the people living on the Tonle Sap are living in floating barges. They shit in the water, they bathe in the water, and they drink the water. They know it's not a good idea, but they don't see any other solution to that problem. The students are asked to come up with a solution for this problem, taking into account what locally available materials are available, and also how much money is able to be contributed towards a solution, as 37% of the population live below the poverty line. The interesting thing for you guys as EWB volunteers overseas is that you may be involved in or be assisting in scoping one of these projects. This will be identified early on in the piece though, and you should know about it before you get into country. The other thing worth mentioning is that if you do come across anybody within the university system whilst you're in country who is interested in something like the EWB Challenge, we're very keen to speak to them. It is called the Australasian EWB Challenge, so we're more than happy to include people from India, Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Vietnam, wherever else you guys may be undertaking your placements. So if you do come across anybody like this, then please get them in, talk to them about the program and get them in touch with what we're doing. So people know what's going on. In 2011, the EWB Challenge will be run with Pachandikulam Forest in India, and we're having discussions now about where the 2012 program will be in operation. Here is a picture of some of the students from ANU who participated in the 2010 EWB Challenge, based with the Kuma traditional owners. As you can see, they came up with a prototype and have done a presentation on what their idea is all about. So it's a great educational experience for them, as well as providing a meaningful contribution back to the community. The second program that the curriculum and research team operate is the EWB Future Engineers program. This program involves second or third year students conducting school outreach as part of their university degree and getting credit for it. The program is typically embedded in a sustainability or communications course, and it's an opportunity for students to learn about sustainability through teaching and also to engage with their local community. As overseas volunteers, you'll have limited involvement in this program, but it's more included for your interest. Here you can see an image of one of the activities that's being coordinated. This was also taken in Canberra as well. The third program that EWB runs is the EWB Innovators program. EWB Innovators involves a group of students in their later year design courses working on a scope identified by one of EWB's community partners. As EWB's field volunteers, you guys will have the opportunity to help scope out these works and provide them back to us here in the curriculum and research team to then find students for those positions. The ideal thing is, because you guys are located within the community partners' place of work, you're able to see what challenges they are facing and talk with them about the ideas of undertaking this sort of work. The real beauty of the EWB Innovators program is that we'll be connecting a student team with a volunteering country to directly work on the scope of work of that volunteer or of the next volunteer to be following after them. So this should really be seen as an opportunity for you guys to get more people involved in what you're doing and assist you with the work you're undertaking. A key part of the Innovators idea as well is that we'll have EWB volunteers based here in Australia also supporting those student teams. So the example of EWB Innovators that we have at the moment is the Tonley SAP community again. Michael Brown is the project manager based in country who's looking at building a floating sanitation system. We then have a group of volunteers and students based in Western Australia who are supporting that work. The idea is that we're working through is the different sanitation options available, and we've just about finished the selection of design process now, and we're soon going into detailed design. So the great advantage to Michael Brown here is that he's able to have all this design work done for him and get all these different experts to come in and have a look at the different scopes that have been considered. So hopefully the result is a better outcome for the community partner. The fourth program that EWB operates is the Undergraduate Thesis program. This is very similar to EWB Innovators, except instead of a project team, there is a single individual undertaking their thesis on this scope. The Undergrad Thesis program has been in operation since 2008, whilst EWB Innovators has been run only in 2010. What we're looking at the moment of doing is combining Undergraduate Thesis and EWB Innovators into one sort of system. So any projects that are identified from the field can either become an undergrad thesis or an EWB Innovators project scope. And that will really depend upon the timeline identified, the expertise required, and also the preferences of the community partner. So this is a great chance for you as overseas volunteers to really assist and engage with people back here in Australia, but also hopefully be of assistance to yourself and your community partner that you're working with. If you are interested in scoping up an undergraduate research project, you can access information from the Undergraduate Research site. These will also be used for EWB Innovator proposals. If you go to www.ewb.org.au/ugradresearch, which you can see up here, that'll take you directly to the site. There's a whole heap of background information on the left-hand side and the pages which you can access and have a look through if you need some more information. Then if you actually become a member of the team, so once you've joined that page, you can then join the team. There's also the ability to access the different resources that have been uploaded. So for example, if you wanted to scope out a project proposal, there's a guideline available here, and also the form that you would fill out. The important thing to remember is that this does need to pass through your field officer, so make sure they're kept in the loop with those ideas, and then that'll then filter back through to EWB. My understanding is that you guys will be going through a bit of a demonstration of how you can, when you'll be undertaking these activities, and also how they'll take place as well. Okay, so those are the four main initiatives that the curriculum and research team are focusing on at the moment, and also how you guys can be involved as well. From there, there's also some additional stuff that we've been doing. EWB are developing a curriculum framework, which will be able to identify what the competencies are that are developed through this program, so that the students can be recognised for what skills they've developed as they pass through the degree. There isn't really anything that you as field volunteers can do in that space, but I thought it would be an interesting thing for you. The other thing is that we really feel that this forms a launching pad for future involvement in EWB as well. So as university students progress through the program, they can then see opportunities to move into local chapters and knowledge hubs, to participate in volunteer positions such as what yourselves are doing, and also to look at higher degree research as an opportunity as well. I hope that was a useful exercise for you all, and you have a better understanding of what we do within curriculum and research. Jeremy and I are both very keen to help support you guys whilst you're in country, and if you do have any questions about any of this stuff, please do not hesitate to get in contact. Easiest way is to just send us an email, as you can see on the screen here, and then if need we can catch up via Skype and discuss in more detail. Good luck with your placements, and I hope to hear from you soon.